the one thing I haven't had in a long time is just an old-fashioned clipboard. So I went down and made one. So when was the last time you saw this kind of paper, the tractor paper for old computers? I got piles of it, inherited it. So just need a clipboard. Just get yourself a big binder clip and piece of hardboard, and good thing I got cuffs saving me reaching all the way down there. And clipboard is yours. You know, I like this Rain Man guy. He's pretty good. Whoever this guy, what's his name? He's pretty good. Rain Man Ray's Repairs. He's a pretty good guy. Kind of an Eric O type fella. So what we got with Daphne is, I would say I've rewired 85 or 90% of Daphne. I was sharing some wire with the headlights and all of that stuff, and it does weird things. It has the old floor switch thing, high beam, low beam, and it has the old click stalk, which I never liked those. But anyway, I'm not used to it. I was never used to those. I just don't like them. And but what she does is, and I just checked it, she gets current on both sides of high and low. So if you're on high beam, and you'll get like 10 volts, and then something's bleeding through to the low beam, so you don't really get high beams. That's one of the reasons I mentioned her headlights ain't too good. This is some of it. I never really realized it. Headlights, they work. Headlights come on, but they're bleeding. So when you dip down to low beam, 10 volts, and then 2 volts on high beam. So there's something. She's an old girl. She's a little leaky, so she's leaking some electricity. Some pixies are getting out and in the wrong places. And it could be, I checked the floor switch, I took it out, and it basically just fell out. The wires just fell out because those are original wires. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to show you. I'm going to have 2 separate switches, for one for running lights and one for headlights. And I'm going to wire, and I'm going to put these heavy duty relays in the high beams and low beams. So I'm gonna do the headlights on a separate circuit, and then everything else is going to get its power through a separate switch. But that's about the best way to do it. Daphne don't care. I can do whatever I want to do, and she's going to be fine. This is going to be far better. There are no relays in her now, so this is going to be great. So let me draw this thing up. Generally, my go-to book is, I get my practical Spitfire book there, and that kind of gets me on the path. For me, it's always better to draw a schematic out. I just find that better than flying by wire, no pun intended. So anyway, let's get to work on this thing. This is going to be fun. I mean, way overdue fun. Okay, I've been. This is probably my 3rd rendition of the way this works, and I will walk you through it if you're interested. This is a honking 80-60 relay. I don't matter who makes them, get them anywhere. Generally, now there's the other ways of doing this. You can switch on the ground side, or you can switch on this, whatever, 85, 86 are your 2-point pins. So this is your hot when energized. This is the middle one, which is 87, and generally blue. The middle one, if you have one, is 87A, and it's hot when the relay is not energized. This is generally ground, but you can put a switch on it. And this is generally the switched one. And the ground one's 85, and this one's 86. The white one's 86. 30 goes, boy, that's a big wire in it for a car. That goes directly to the battery. And that'll be up to you on what you want to do there. So more or less, you have a switch on a switch, because we got two loads. We got high beam and low beam. So let's just start with 30, the red wire. So You run your red down. You can put a 40 amp fuse in it if you want to, or 50 amp, or a circuit breaker, or whatever you feel like, or nothing at all. It's all up to you, but you do run the risk of having a little bit of a fire there. But it can happen between here too. So it all depends. However you feel about it. But 30 goes to direct power. 30 to direct power, low beam relay, high beam relay, and then your 85, in this case black, goes to earth. Of course, your battery goes to earth, and then this low beam one, I'm probably going to change it to a green wire. It goes up and make a T, and then you go to your low beam over here. And then the high beam, you got your T, you go from your high beam to your high beam, and you run a little wire off for your high beam indicator lamp in your dashboard. Now this is not really complicated, and once again, it's all up to you. Get your power to your dash switch, which in my case is going to be just a toggle switch. It's going to be a bomber switch with a armored lamp in it. Hopefully the little red light will come on. I like those. I like it when that works. And then it's going to go to the floor switch, and then the white wires are going to go to the floor switch. So there's that one where you run the power, and then you go back and forth. It's pretty obvious when you got these old kind of switches. And then your white wire will go to one side, and your other white wire will go to the other side. So it's a switch on a switch. And that's about the best I can tell you. Other than, of course, I would tell you to put if you're going to put fuses in, put them as early in the system as you can. Just kind of save a heartache. Now, what am I going to do? I'm probably going to try to pull all the wires out I can. The wires go into the floor switch were original wires, and boy, they just kind of fell out. So I don't know. We're just doing this just in time. Some of this system I have rewired already. I probably just will pull it all out and just start from scratch. So that's the trick right there. It's nothing hard. There's nothing to be afraid of. And this ought to give me probably 3 times brighter lights. So I can start on this immediately. I happen to have everything in stock. I do keep things in stock. I actually got Mika. I got these for Mick for his fan relay. We never did it, but he's probably just getting to be warm. So we'll probably put one in his LS400 here pretty soon. So you just got to sit down and sort of hash it out. There's really, you can kind of get an idea what's going on by looking at other schematics and other diagrams. But every situation's a little different. So I think this is going to be great. And I'm not going to have the bleeding wires. I'm not going to have guessing if I'm on high beam or not. So I really am looking forward to this. Might even consider aiming. I watch car stuff all the time. It's just my habit. So we'll put it into action, and I'll walk you how it goes in Daphne. And we'll see. I don't think I'm going to have time to work on it today, but I had time to do this, and this is a help you sleep little thing right here when you get all this kind of sorted out correctly. And this is also, what do you think this is? The 974th relay episode on YouTube. It's something like that. So, but this one's a little different. This is I don't think there's anything quite like this, the double relay thing, and with a single switch. And you can use this in an AC Cobra, whatever it is you got. You could even use it in the Volkswagen. Maybe not that Volkswagen, but older car. This is just an old car setup, and electrical stuff. It just takes a little time. So I've got my batteries I'm going to change in my Streamlight right there that's in pieces. I've got these. I got 2 packs of these. And I'm going to put one of these in the Streamlight. And these are the fancy little dealies that they're sealed. Factory sealed too. Ooh. I got sharp fingernails and thumbnails, don't I? So these have the little charger on the side of the battery. Say, you almost can't see it, but you just need to trust me on this thing. So I didn't even know about these till probably less than a week ago. But I also think I can charge it up just through the flashlight charger, but it goes in like that. And charges them up, says it's 4-hour time. So let's, oh, these are nickel metal hydride. Well, do not mix with different types. No, maybe then. Oh, these are lithium ion. Okay. Okay, do not mix with other batteries. Well, I'm for that. Gotta watch things like that. Might cross the streams or something. Okay, let's charge these up and rewire that thing to accept this one. And I don't think I'm going to have to do anything too fancy. I'm not going to do anything to these batteries, of course, because these are relatively expensive. Not as expensive as that 74175 sitting there with everything on the top. So the positive and negative on one side. So let's charge them up, see how they go. And this is your Medusa head, dual charger. Say. So I'm going to go ahead and just charge both of these things up at the same time. Well, let's take a little walk around here and see what we got. It's always like that over there, isn't it? Always happens. So here are my two relays. Here are my two 40 amp fuses that are going to be in line. There's the old working fine floor switch, foot pedal switch. Here's the never really worked correctly, at least in the way that it pulled out. Old-fashioned, you got to push this to get the handle. This is Mexico, And I'm not going to reuse that. That's going away. I've got a couple of these lamps that I like. And I got some Zener diodes. I don't know if I'm going to need those, but might. I don't know. Always keep them handy. Always keep a Zener diode in your pocket. Okay, so let's go around this way. Oh, sorry. My oil can. Okay, so there she is with her headlights down. Battery is disconnected. And I'm starting to feel like these headlights were probably okay. I got all my wire colors ready to roll. I got to get my light and put across here like I do. And I'm going to pull a bunch of wire out of it. And just to kind of clear the path. I just don't think that I want to I want to use any. See, some of this is new. Most of it is new. And this is right there is the high beam indicator light that never went off. If you turn the headlights on, it would kind of brighten and dim, but it never went off. So now I know why. And so I'm probably going to pull the speedometer out of it just to get it out of the way. That's also another battery cut off. You didn't know it. So all those wires are back there. So I'm going to just pull all that out. Let's just do it all again. And I would say if you get those fancy wiring harnesses with everything marked on each individual wire, okay, God bless you. I don't do it that way, but I do end up kind of lost sometimes because I don't color code too much. I didn't really feel I was ever going to be pulling this out all the way. So everything else is pretty solid. So let's pull some wire out. And I'll just throw it on the floor back here, and I'll show you what we end up with. The only thing I forgot was to hook up the tail lights in this diagram. I just put a splitter right here on the switch, and tail lights done. No big thing. So I've got everything ready. I've made my two 40 amp fuses. Two separate lines, 1, 2, gone up and around there. I've made a little test light here out of the old light. It's just for testing 1, 2, 3. I've got both relays. I got them marked high and low. High is red, low is blue. black as earth. I put in a circuit right here for the low side switch in there. I've got everything grounded, each relay, and this earth right here is for the little toggle, red toggle light in the switch inside the toggle. And so way down there is the floor switch, and all that's wired. So as we said, the power from the switch goes to there and then separates and then goes to the two relays, and then these things go blinkety bleak bleak bleak, click 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 click, just like Rain Man Ray or whatever his name is. So let's see. I've double checked and looked and everything. Nothing went sparky over there when I had that going on. So let's get in here and see what happens. Now where's my high beam indicator light? It's right here. So we'll have to see if that's where. Okay, you ready? Okay, let's hope all the smoke stays in the wires. See the light on out there? All right, and there's my little red light there. And that turns on the what's it lights too. So let's see if the floor switch works. Hear the relays clicking? It's kind of hard to pick up, but that's bright and that's dim. That looks a whole lot better. So this light here should come on when I earth it. I saw it want to come on. There you go. So that indicates freshness there. High beam freshness. Well, that's the first time that's worked in a long time. It worked on both switches. Those relays are very quiet. I'm very happy about that. So there we go. Let's just look. So that's low beam. Let's make sure of that one more time. Okay. I always want to leave them on low beam. Wish I had a little blue light, but it's a little red light, and that's okay. I thought about it having a red light for high beam indicators, and then it struck me that Bonnie over there, it's a red Indian head, so I don't know when the blue thing started having a blue dot, a blue spot. And I don't know when that started, but the high beam indicator on this dash is red too, so it's cool. So I just, now all I got to do is split the system. I got some grounding work to do, and all of that. Don't have time for that right now, but that's pretty okay with me. And that light looks a whole lot more healthy to me too. So great news there. When I get the headlights in a couple of days, I'll do a shot of that, and then I'm far from cleaned up here, and so we'll have more later. Now, this is what's bothering me. I was thinking I got to remember to do this. Okay. Now let me say something else here too. I got plenty of room to put another board in here to run all these other power wires off of. In this case, I see no point in it because it's a work truck. I just see no point in it. See a point to put something around that. And so I just, I'm not going to worry about it. There's plenty of stud on this thing to make that look, work fine. So I don't see anything wrong with it. Looks like I've tied everything in the world. But remember, this thing has air conditioning and all kind of other fabulous features that most 1957 vehicles, even Cadillacs. Well, that's off. Oh, well, glad I saw that. How'd that happen? I imagine that's empty now. Okay, well, it did go burp. Well, you take what you can get, huh? Let's just poke this out here so I remember and see it. Okay, I guess I knocked it off when I did the big tune-up. All right, more later. Say hey to everybody, Eric. Okay, so here, I cannot advise anybody to do this. This was a bitch. I mean, this was a real pain. So I got the I don't even know if you saw it. I got the EBL in there, the regular thing, and we're gonna find out if it works here in a minute. But I don't know if I could. It took me a long time, and it was really quite the adventure that I don't really recommend to anyone. But let's just see if I did it okay, and then we'll move on. Okie doke. So we're gonna find out now. So I've got it screwed in. This was a real pain right here, getting that thing to snap back in. Here's your circuit board. So let's find out. Some of these wires are pinched, and I didn't do it. So okay, well let's find out and see if I've got it to work this way. Ready? It would be the other side, wouldn't it? Okay. Well, there you go. And then get ready. See what I mean? If you run a light and you let it sit for a second, you don't have to run through the whole damn cycle to get it to turn darn cycle. So everything's working. UV light and all. Let's put it back together. Whew. Hard work, hard job. But I got far better batteries. What are these? I think these are 11100 WHW, whatever they are. What is that thing? MWH. Guess that's something to do with milliamps or something. And this one is only 944. I don't know. I just don't like those, and I felt kind of boned. I felt kind of used. So let's put it back together, see if it works, and maybe I'll break it putting it back together. Who knows? It's not too hard to deal with putting it back together. She's back together, such as it is, and good enough for me. That's it. That's going to be just fine. And I'm going to see how long she lasts. I might just turn her on now and time her so it's 6:30, because it's well, let's not do that. Let's just see how she does. Let's quit pushing my limits here. Okay, more. Why do I do this to myself? I just always push myself like this. You might want to look into this. I just accidentally found out that I had almost $175 of store credit on Rock Auto. I just used it too. I got a bunch of filters and stuff like that. Some stuff to bolster up my supply of things, and I had no idea. I was digging around trying to just get my password to work so I could search and order, actually to find out about the headlights for where Daphne is, and it said, "Oh, by the way, you got $175 of credit, and it's only good through April of 2024 or something." So I used it up. I got a bunch of stuff, and I got like $180 something worth of stuff. I paid $12, and I'll take that. So y'all might want to dig around on your Rock Auto account, see if you got any store credit out there, and you better use it up before it expires. My goodness, what a pleasant morning. I love these little sidebars. I got some green film to try to lessen the brightness on that new GPS speedometer. This is a company I trusted over the years, Vivid, made in Canada. Cool. And I need to put that back where it belongs. And I've used that car there is wrapped, of course. That car there is wrapped, and I used a couple different brands, but Vivid does seem to be the best. So let's all you got to do to take this thing off is just unscrew it, and it's a little difficult getting the little rubber little push button thing around. Hair all in my face and my mouth and everything. This little button right there is kind of hard to get off. Well, let's see what it looks like if I can green tint it. I've got my water ready and my special little squeegee ready that won't scratch things up. At least you hope not. Anyway, I'm gonna put that somewhere else. Okay, let's see what this looks like. See if we can green it up a little bit. Now, as we know, I've been using the little green condoms on the other instrumentation lights over there to make it green. You see the guy make little light bars out of these? That's a pretty cool idea. I've never wasted my time doing that, but I could see how somebody would. Oh, that was the other side of the little air-fuel mixture gauge holder I made. Just make them from scratch. I think this is going to be okay. I cut out a little bit, got a whole lot more of that green stuff than I thought I was gonna need. Get a little soapy water, and I don't know why every time I turn the camera on I have to call. And just sort of run the bubbles out from the middle. And if there's a little something in there, I think there is. I tried hard not to have that happen. Not gonna worry about it. Sometimes you gotta just not worry about the little things. So if you've never done this, this is pretty easy to do. Stuff's really sticky. So you gotta just get a little soapy water under there. When you put it on a cloth and you push it out, it will absorb it. And then you get a nice, fresh razor device. And, well, get it off of there. Keeps messing up. Let me cut this thing and I'll show you what it looks like. It's got a little bit of a divot there. Let's see if I can get that out of there. Yep, it just comes right out. And like I say, this is not a big, huge deal, really. So try to keep your fingers off the back side a little bit. So let's cut this out. What? So there you go. Now you can see it. Okay, let's cut that out. Be sure and cut these little divots out. I'm probably just going to cut a little X right there and push this back in, and that'll probably be the last time I want to mess with that thing. And you can't forget to put that back in there too. The extension that puts you to the button on the thing. So, okay. Okay, so here is the little green lens. Let's put her in and see how she looks. I had to push her outside so she would acquire. Can't see anything this time of day with all the stuff going on. It'll say acquiring for all, but I just want to make sure this button here works. The open side goes toward the button. There's a closed metal side and an open metal side. This is kind of secondary, so let's let her acquire, and we'll make sure that that's working. I don't even think you can see it. So that's why I pushed her out, so we could acquire a little quicker. I run points in this car, so I don't want to, there you go. So there's your time, there's your elevation, there's your miles per hour if that's what you want. I don't need that facing, well, we're not really facing north, but that don't, oh. And there's my highest speed, and it moves the needle up. I didn't know it did that. And then 0 to 60, it might take a while on this old girl. Quarter mile, that's hilarious. And then there's the phone numbers, and then we're back to that. Okay, so it does acquire, and I think that looks pretty groovy. I'm okay with that. Looks a little different, but it's just toning it down at night that matters. I can see it just fine here in broad daylight. Okay, let's go put a new license plate lamp on Daphne. In some states, that's you can get pulled for not having a license plate lamp. So I got some new LED bulbs I'm going to put back there. And I do it my way. Here, I'll show you what they are. So what I do is I just wire on pigtails here and then solder them onto the car. It's no great shakes, but I don't know how good these are, but they look okay. They look mighty pixelated there. You got all kind of lights on them, don't they? I wonder if it's on both sides. Yeah, it goes all the way around, so that looks like that's going to be a bright sucker. So I'm not going to worry about polarity. I'll put it on if it works. I got 50% chance of having it work. So I got to hook up the battery on DAF and do some soldering here. Oh, I got to get that wire. So all my soldering stuff is over at the truck. So let me solder over here. I think all of my soldering stuff, every bit of it. Oh, I said I was going to show you what the wire I got out. Didn't get as much out as I thought I was going to get out, but I got a lot of it out of there. Still got a couple of days before I get my bulbs, so that's just the way that goes. Got plenty to do, though. Such a blustery day. I'm not really too keen on... there we go. And you can see, I'm going to have to open this door. Everything's working back here except for the license plate lamp. Let me get a cloth and cover that up. Okay. I have this in enough order now to put it back together. A little bit more room in there. There's that hunter green again. Cocaine green, I guess, maybe. Let's see. Let's double check everything. So you got to put in the left side first, and I got to put in the warning lights. They're held in there with these funky screws. So that's just, you know, it was in 1957. I'll get it all back the way it belongs. And well, here you go. You ready? Snap. Let's try it again. Snap. Ding. See, it's all done. So I've got the power on. The clock is running, and turn signaling, and I was able to align that. Let's turn this on. Okay. Okay, everything checks out. And let's make sure the fan's good. The great big air conditioning thing. Air conditioning. Okay, so I know. Ow! Flipping. Notice how controlled I am sometimes. I'm not used to carrying the camera around. I know, I gotta turn the radio off. I'm gonna make this real quick note here on this Holley EFI GPS speedometer. You better run that. I wasn't going to run that wire. I said it wasn't necessarily necessary. That extra power wire that's white with black tracer. So you got, you know, your white, your black, and your red. White is your indicator lamps or facial lamps, dash lamps, and then black earth, red power. But there's a fourth wire. And the thing drops out on me, and I think it's because of the wiring, like Andy said. So anyway, I'm going to hook up that auxiliary wire. Be sure and disconnect your battery. I'm going to stick this in the middle of some video somewhere and say, you know, just sort of say it and just show that I did it. So yeah, I got her hanging up. Loving that green sheath I got over the top of that to tone down the thing. I thought about putting a resistor in line, but I don't think that's a good idea. Okay, radio is off. Okay, she's cleaned up pretty good. I got the wires pulled. Green earth, red high, blue low. So I got my wires pulled. I got everything bound up here. I got all my earthing done here. I do need to make sure my front turn signals are working. I'm sure that they are, but there's nothing like being... Well, let's look at them at night, because I got to check Spitfire anyway. We'll do a light check at night. And these are the clear lens amber LEDs in there. Boy, I've actually had a few people say, boy, the turn signals on the thing, great. Let's see, I fixed this hose on my expansion tank. And I'd say everything's in good shape here. I hadn't driven her in a while, of course, but I can now, because I got to get that tractor out and cut some grass. So we're going to do that tomorrow. It's rained so much that I just don't want to go out there squashing around. Okay, let's just wait on headlights to show up. That's all I got. That's all I got to do is get those. These things are a pain. They have a little spring and they have a little clip. They're not the little screws that you lose that go around the band that holds the bulb in. This is the real old-fashioned kind, really painful. Okay, well, I guess I'm done. I like to see myself doing that. It makes me feel better when I'm editing. What's going on in here? Oh, I thought I turned that TV off. Oh, there we go. Well, let's turn it off now. So, it's very dark. So let's see how I did on the Spitfire. Whew. It's almost 9. I haven't had my dinner yet. But that's okay. I hadn't even started dinner, so how could I have had my dinner? Well, let's see. Is the battery on? Nope. So, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to give you every single second. Other guys, too. Okay, there we go. So let's see what this speedometer looks like on Lucy. Okay, ready? Yeah, that's better. See the green clock and yes sir. That is a go right there. That really helps. So if you guys, everything in the world on this fancy gauge except for dimmability. So the vivid film really helps. Okay, so let's go over there and turn that off. Well, I can turn the battery off. Like I say, I have complete dependability in everything, so I just got this battery cut off here. So now let's go over to old DAF and see how my license plate lamp worked. And the dashboard lamps still don't have the headlamps. Lights, lamps, whatever they are. Okay, so I'm going to leave that one thing on. I'm fairly good in the dark. Oh, she looks so terrible without her headlights. So let's put this on. We're going to just stay together, all together now. No big popping noises. That Blaupunkt radio is just not very good. I don't like it. So now, ouch, damn, I hit my leg again. Okay, so let's turn the battery on here and let's see what happens here. See, that's not so bad. Okay, and then there's that. They're not, I don't have any, but that's working. And okay. Alright, so I'm curious to see how much light is at the, oh, crazy guy. I was gotta turn them on. Okay. Ooh, I can tell already. So let's go out here. Yeah, I don't care much. There you go. That's just fine. I won't get arrested for that. Your license plate lamp is out, you bastard. So trundled you off to the hoot scow. So there's my little LED 194 I put in there. That's going to be just fine. So let's take this off. Okay, so that license plate lamp is off now. Very happy with that. And okay, so let me check my turn signals, because I said I would. I can probably just tell from right here. Ugh. I love these switches. Okay, well there's the back one, and there's the back one there. I can tell that one's going. I can't tell that one's going. Yeah, I can. Like I said, these are really, really beautiful. You know, clear amber, clear amber. Okay, so there is that. So all we got to do now is wait for those to come in. So let's pull that back down. Okay, we'll be finishing these things up here soon. Ugh, gotta go make something to eat. Okay, more later. I noticed yesterday that there was a little puddle of water right there next to Bonnie. And so there's the outside wall, and then here's Bonnie. And then right down there, there was a puddle. And my belief is that when this roof slopes up, there's a window up there. And when I was sitting in the house yesterday, watching it rain and blowing, it was coming from that direction, which is south, southeast. So it just blew the rain right through that window up there. So I'm going to do something about that. There's no real damage done. It must be a rare event, but I'm going to just silicone that window up. Never go up there and open it anyway. So if they're going to leak, just close them up. Got a lot to do today, so today that'll be it probably for filming, unless my headlights come. Let's see here. Maybe it's headlights. I've got a couple of things going. Well, come on. Oh, we know what to do here, don't we? Let's get back to the tool bear. Oh, I hope it's headlights. What do you think it is? It's filters. Yep. I didn't get my headlights. I ordered these after. Well, there's the new oil pressure gauge for Daphne, so that's something. But ordered that after. How'd that happen? It's okay with me. So I need to see. Oh, wait a minute. We almost forgot. Well, that's depressing, isn't it? Ugh. Well, I'll stick it up there because it's okay. Yeah, and that's I think that's the air filter. Ooh, that one's been around. That's got dust all over it, don't it? Let's just take a look here. Welly, welly, looky what we got here. This is for old Daff. She looks like somebody dotted her eyes there. And so let's, I don't usually do the unboxing of such things, but let's unbox them. Be real special careful here. What do you think? Oh, what is it? It is, hopefully it's not a Chevrolet. It is a Lexus. Oh, that's what Jack has. Well, if he watches my videos and he says he wants it, he can have it. I'm not going to just give it to him. All right, so we're slowly building our updock auto. See, updock auto. Okay. Let's see what, I hope these are, this picture of a rectangular one. So these are the Wagner high-low beam 6024 is the right number, replacing pairs. No, I think that's a law. I think it is in this state. You can't run different headlights. Your headlights have to be matched up. Oh, look at the goo. Holy cow. Holy goo. Mr. Magoo here. Well, I don't hear glass flying around in them, so that's good enough for me. All right. Say. Well, we'll find out what this looks like tonight. And let me put this on the tray, and we'll wire them up here in a few minutes. And now, I'm going to tell you a little secret here. Maybe you already know this. I don't know what people already know. But this is the way this works. Your upper one is earth. Your left one is high beam and your right one is low beam. So I'm not going to turn these upside down, of course, but and I believe you can. I just do this with shrink tube. I keep a lot of stuff on hand here. You will find that these old things here work fine, and these are real good, high quality ones. So let me slip it on there for you, because I want to caress this very carefully. Ooh, look at that! Got the fancy little slip cover. These look to be a little too small. Oh, look at that! Those are larger things. I don't believe that's true on that one. Yeah, that's what I did there. Huh. So these blades are too large for that. So I don't think I've got these bigger. I would need. See, it's going to take 6. Let's see if I've got big ones. I've got big ones, but I don't think I got. Okay, I got 5. I don't think those will work anyway. Well, I'll work something out. I'll probably just directly solder them. That's generally what I do anyway. And I'll put some shrink tube over them. So we'll do that later. Okay. We are in Daphne. It's 8:45. Noise alert. We're in neutral, and we're going to test these headlights now. Ready? Everything's all set. I have to have that light on a little bit. We're going to go out and we're going to take a little ride in the field. Let's see if she'll start up for us. Well, look at me reaching for a clutch. Crazy me. I want one. That brike's not quite full yet. It chokes in. It's not that cold. There we go. Now we're gumping it. Oh, almost. Got plenty of oil pressure. We're just going to take her around and check out the headlights. I haven't seen them at night yet. And there's old Gilda up there. I got to check that battery charger. I'm going to back her out in the dark. I think she might stall again if I try. Nope, not so much, huh? Okay, so we're completely in the dark. Almost. Oh, brake lights are working well. Alright, well, I think I can feel my way around here a little bit. Oh, okay. So let's get over here. We're not going to go out on the road. Okay, let's get past the lights. Okay. Country dark, ain't it? Dark as 2 feet down a cow's throat. Okay, so let's give her the gun here. Hit this light, and there's your low beams. I don't mind that. Now, if you don't like that, you just put a piece of tape over it and get your Sharpie or whatever. Okay. Watch out for the rocks over here. Alright, we're gonna do a little country ride. See where all the Conestoga wagons have been coming down? Alright. Oh, lights are on at the house. Well, let's get past all that. Alright. I don't know what that was. Here we are on low beams. I don't mind that red light. Some of you may. Now there's another light that's going to come on the back side. So let's just do her right here. Ooh, that's That's far better than on low beams. Look at that. So, okay, ready to hit the fourth switch? Oh, whoa! Got the high beam light and everything. Whew. We're just gonna go around the periphery here. Oh, now, most people get a road trip. You're getting a farm trip. I don't know where my phone is. And that makes me very happy. Unless I get hurt. Alright. We're way off on the back side. Somebody must have done some kind of well work right there. That Buddy Holly guy gets around, don't he? Alright. Alright, so there's low beam, no light, high beam light. Not like it used to be. Metal roof in a couple of days. Alright, well, that's gonna just about do. Oh, see, I told you. That light was gonna come on. I knew it was gonna. We can just drive wherever we want to around these parts. There you go. Well, interesting if nothing else, huh? And then we'll turn the high beams off. We're gonna go right back into the. Oh man, I saw a great video today of somebody that had a 64 Bonneville. Wasn't near as nice as mine, but it's still interesting to watch. Okay. They had one that was far more common, but it was later with the different gauge sets in it. So I do appreciate that. All right, well that's gonna be it. So, get the old slick shift up there. I'm gonna turn the lights off. I'm gonna turn it. Oh, hit the horn. Didn't mean to. Horn's just right there. Because this has long since been over. Okay, we're gonna turn the battery off. Oh. You know, I've seen that happen before. I don't remember why that is. She's always a something. But one of the things that should be something is that you subscribe and like. I'm going to disconnect the battery. It's a 10 millimeter thing. And it won't take me but a minute. And so, okay. Oh, why does it do that? Now, see, now it's not. It must have been some kind of residual pain. Well, I'll come out and we'll see if the battery's dead tomorrow. I don't think it will be. I'm really good at wiring. Talk to you later. Good night. Bye-bye.